Hello everyone, we're going to be looking at the severe weather threat with a possible derecho throughout the day and tonight for parts of the Midwest and even reaching into Colorado. So right now we are looking at the severe thunderstorm outlook, and this is going for today. We do have an enhanced risk for those severe storms across parts of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Iowa, and Wisconsin there. Now, if you are in this area, you definitely need to be weather aware today. You can see a wind gust from these storms exceeding 80 miles per hour. So definitely some pretty dangerous storms are going to be in store for today. They are going to be developing around the southern Wisconsin area. Mostly, they're going to be organizing around the 3 to 4 p.m. time frame, and then they'll be heading southward until they do weaken. By the time they get to around the central Illinois and central Indiana, they will be pretty much weakened by then. But definitely some strong storms if you're in these level 2s or level 3s out of 5s, especially the yellow risk. You do also have a chance for those severe storms, even reaching into Colorado. You might have a chance for some separate severe storms, not the main line of storms, but definitely a possibility for some storms today throughout parts of Colorado. Lastly, there's that level 1 out of 5. That's a marginal risk for severe storms. In the dark green color, definitely you have an isolated chance for some severe storms, but not anything that you're going to see in this enhanced risk for those severe storms. Here's the tornado risk, and we do have a 5% risk area over here for portions of that same area in the enhanced risk, and also another 5% risk over here in parts of Colorado. So definitely, if you're in these areas, you could see a couple tornadoes throughout these types of areas. Even though the 5% risk doesn't seem as high, you can definitely see a couple tornadoes still possible within these areas. There's that 2% risk for tornadoes as well in the green shaded areas there also. Here's the hail risk, and we do have actually a significant chance, not in the main area where that enhanced risk is, but over here in Colorado, we'd have a significant chance. 2-inch plus size hail is going to be possible within that kind of hatch area, as you can see there. Up to golf ball size hail is going to be possible within this whole yellow shaded area, mostly in those storms. And also a quarter size hail is going to be possible within those storms in the green shaded area there also. Lastly, here's that wind risk, and we do have a pretty good chance for some severe gusts, especially in this red area. As you can see here, definitely could see winds exceeding 80 miles per hour or maybe possibly even higher in that type of region. So definitely, if you're in that area, definitely need to be completely weather aware today. Bring anything indoors that could be loose outside and could easily blow away, because that's definitely, if anything's outside, that's going to most likely be blown more than down the street, possibly a couple blocks away. So definitely, if you have anything outside that could easily blow away, it's pretty loose, lightweight, bring that inside if you can. Possibly put your car also put your car under shelter, as there is a hail possibility. Golf ball size hail definitely could deal some damage to those vehicles. Also, up to 60 mile per hour gusts within the yellow shaded area, and up to 40 miles per hour gusts within the green shaded area there also. Here's tomorrow's risk, and we do actually have a slight risk for those severe storms across parts of the northeast and mid-Atlantic. Definitely do have a chance for those severe storms, but it definitely won't be anything too significant. We do have a 2% risk for tornadoes. For hail, we have a up to quarter size hail possible. And for wind, we do have up to 60 mile per hour gusts for those storms. Now we can look at the models, including a future simulated radar for this possible derecho. Alright, so now we are looking at the future simulated radar. So we can go ahead and go over to around 2 p.m. and you can definitely see we get into around 3 or 4 p.m. You start to see some developments in parts of southern Wisconsin, even in reaching into Iowa and northern Indiana. Definitely some development starting to happen once you get into 3 or 4 p.m. time frame. You get to around 5 p.m. or this will be around 4 p.m. actually, and you definitely see some solid development, but this is going to be Pretty weird, as it was supposed to develop around the southern part of Wisconsin. First, you're going to see that development down here in Iowa and Indiana and even southern Wisconsin. But that main line of storms doesn't look like it's going to be developing yet. You get to around 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and that line of storms is kind of struggling to develop here. Even into Iowa, there are some storms as well. Let's get over to around 7 p.m. and there's definitely a cluster of storms, as you can see here in parts of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Iowa. But really, it's not looking like a line of storms as predicted. But once it gets into 8 p.m., it starts to get interesting as you start to see that line kind of organizing. You can definitely see it is starting to look like more of a squall line of those severe storms. Let's put that down in a little bit, and you can really see this once we get into around 9 p.m. tonight. And this line of storms is starting to kind of develop to really struggling, especially over here in parts of northern Illinois and Iowa. You get it to around 10 p.m. and there's this line of storms over here in parts of Michigan. That's really not struggling to develop. That has been ongoing for a couple hours now. Not currently, but that pretty much develops around the 8 p.m. time frame, and that goes all the way until around 10 p.m. or so, until it starts to weaken. But it does look a bit more organized than these ones over here. It was going to be a whole organized line reaching from Michigan even over here to Kansas, but definitely isn't looking at like it anymore from the latest weather models. 12 a.m. and definitely not a lot of storms. That severe, once we get to around 12 a.m., that severe weather really starts to wind down. As you see, these spaces are really not filled in with severe storms. That's pretty much meaning that it's pretty much disintegrating in midair. Maybe some severe storms possible in around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for parts of Illinois, and there's definitely some possible intense storms over here in Kansas. But really, this is not going as predicted. As you can see here, there's still an enhanced risk for severe storms from the latest Storm Prediction Center update. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the main area for tonight over here in Kansas and over here in Michigan especially. Maybe some pretty heavy rain and intense lightning, maybe some winds and hail for these ones. But those are really not going to be organized as these ones over here. So definitely isn't going to be a very organized line like it was yesterday. But definitely some clusters of storms over here in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and especially over here in parts of Kansas. If you did enjoy this video, I would ask you to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and make sure to share this video with any friends or family that might be impacted by these severe storms. Anyways, stay safe.